Hi, I'm Marcus Hutzel, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a simple, cheap overhead camera setup so you can get those top-down shots of products, unboxing videos, or just any other time you need a shot from above without having to mess with the tripod. And you can get this build done for less than $50, assuming you already own or can borrow some tools. And it's made out of some simple supplies from your hardware store, specifically 1/2-inch steel pipe found in the plumbing section, a scrap piece of 2x4, and some screws. Then simply mounting all of it to the ceiling. And to be clear, this is going to require that you mount equipment to the ceiling of your house, your apartment, your studio. It's not difficult, but make sure you have permission from your landlord, or more importantly, your spouse, before starting. This also assumes that your ceilings are not vaulted, that they are flat or parallel to the floor. And this is more or less a fixed solution since we'll be attaching this rig to the ceiling. So if you have a desk, like I have, that never moves, or a workbench in the garage, it's perfect if you always need those top-down shots in the same location. And you're going to need to make 100% sure that you can locate and anchor into the wooden ceiling joists that make up the support structure of your ceiling, not just the drywall. And lastly, this project assumes that you have or can at least borrow a power drill. This build uses standard parts from your local hardware store. I'm a Home Depot guy myself, and again, mainly 1/2-inch steel pipe used for plumbing. And here's the cost breakdown. The main supplies only cost me $24.36 at Home Depot. The part that's not standard supplies would be a friction arm like this one, which was $15 on Amazon. The Arca Swiss plate and clamp was $13, which puts the grand total at $52.34. And before you go crying clickbait, I already had the Arca Swiss plate and it is optional since you can just mount the camera directly on the friction arm with the 1/4-20 mount. But I like quick attachment and detachment, so I'd recommend this addition. And you'll need a scrap piece of 2x4 wood, which if you look in the scrap bin at your local big box hardware store, chances are you can find a piece that's either $1 or $2, or even sometimes they'll just give you a scrap of wood. But you will need a piece of wood about 26 inches long for this to work, and you can have them cut it at Home Depot for free. And some screws to mount everything. Keep in mind you'll need screws long enough to get through the 2x4, through the drywall, and into the joist in the ceiling. And again, yes, maybe you have some, maybe you don't. It may be a small additional cost, but you're going to need them. Ask your neighbor, they may have some that they could give you. Overall, the project consists of very simply screwing the pipe together and then mounting a single 2x4 to the ceiling, which will then hold our pipe for our overhead camera rig. The specific supplies from the hardware store that you'll need are 1 1/2-inch black steel pipe threaded on both ends, 2 feet in length, and I chose a 2-foot piece of pipe because my ceilings are 8 feet tall, which when dropped down with the 2-foot pipe will make the mount 6 feet off the ground. And since the mount is going directly over my desk, I shouldn't hit my head on it because I will not be able to walk directly under it. Keep that in mind when picking your length of pipe. If it's going to be somewhere where you can walk under it, make sure it's tall enough to where you don't hit your head. 1 1/2-inch black steel pipe, also threaded on both ends, about 5 inches in length. 1 1/2-inch flange, or floor flange sometimes they're called. 1 1/2-inch T-joint. You could get a 90-degree elbow, but I got a T-joint in case I wanted to add another horizontal section to the other side of the T-joint at a later time. 1 1/2-inch end cap. This is optional. And of course, again, you'll also need some screws to attach everything. I already had these screws, so it didn't really cost me anything up front, but you can buy smaller packages of these at the hardware store for minimal cost. You'll need 4 3 to 3.5-inch screws. You'll need 4 shorter screws, about 1 to 1.5 inches in length, and a scrap piece of lumber. Again, I recommend a 2x4, and make sure it's at least 26 inches in length. So it's fairly easy. Step 1, measure your space. How tall are your ceilings? Therefore, how long of a drop-down pipe do you need? Again, my ceilings are 8 feet tall, so I chose a 2-foot pipe, putting the bottom of the mount 6 feet off the ground. Choose this length wisely, because again, for me, even though my mount is directly over my desk and I didn't think I'd ever hit my head on it, I have hit my head on it a few times when leaning over my monitor. So measure and choose wisely. Some of these pipes, and I didn't know this when I bought them, are kind of pre-oiled, specifically the 5-inch pipe, and you'll probably need to clean this off thoroughly with a dry towel. That's up to you. I just hate the feel of oil all over my hands, and it's going to get on your camera gear or any other gear, so I would just clean it off. After you have all the parts, just assemble them like this. Screw the T-joint onto one end of your long pipe, then screw the 5-inch pipe onto one of the sides of the T-joint. Then add the end cap to the other end of the 5-inch pipe. Again, this is optional, but I wanted to protect the threads. Then put the flange on the other end of the 2-foot pipe. Once you're done, you should have this basic L shape. Then, when mounting on the ceiling, it will give us a horizontal place to mount our friction arm or any other clamp than our camera. I also decided to spray my entire assembly with this truck bed liner to give it a uniform color. Now this is the most important part of this build. You'll need to locate the joists in your ceiling. The joists are the wooden structural components of your house that typically you can't see because the ceiling is covered in drywall, like mine. And fortunately for you, unfortunately for me, I happen to have a hole in the ceiling of my garage right now so I can show you what we're talking about. So here we have the drywall covering the garage ceiling, and in the exposed hole you can see the wooden ceiling joists, which would be this one, that one, and they continue on and cover the entirety of the ceiling above in pretty much every room in your house. So that's what we're talking about. You have to make sure you locate those wooden ceiling joists when you're anchoring this to the ceiling. You must find a wooden structure to secure to. Locating the joists may take some effort because you're going to need to figure out which direction they're running. And the reason that I used a 26-inch 2x4 is because the joists in my ceiling run parallel to the orientation of my desk. So there wasn't one just where I needed it in this orientation. So I used the 26-inch 2x4 to span that length. My joists are 24 inches apart, so a 26-inch 2x4 ensured that that 2x4 that I was mounting to the ceiling would capture both the joist near the wall and the one out in front of my desk, so that I could then position my overhead camera rig anywhere along my new 2x4 to get it just where I wanted it. So my 2x4 was secured to a joist on each end of the 2x4, giving it a more secure hold to the ceiling. You can use a stud finder if you have smooth ceilings, and once you locate one joist, I found the quickest way to locate the next joist is to start by measuring 24 inches in one direction from the first joist, because most joists are laid out 24 inches on center. But again, you need to make absolutely certain you're hitting wood behind that drywall. The joists may be 16 inches apart or they may be 18 inches apart on center. And if you don't find a joist that's 24 inches from your first measurement, try rotating your angle of measure by 90 degrees because your joists may be running the other direction. Now granted, if you find a joist that's exactly where you need, you could just mount the flange directly to the ceiling, ensuring that the screws that you use are long enough to get through the flange, the drywall, and into the joist above, and you could just do away with the 2x4 altogether. If your ceilings have a little more texture, like mine, you can take a very small drill bit and make test holes in the location you think the joist is located. And if the drill just pops through quickly, then you most likely did not hit a joist, so keep looking. And it's your ceiling, and yes, if you don't hit a joist the first time, you're going to have small holes in the ceiling, but they're easily patchable with spackle, and again, use a small drill bit and check with your wife or husband or mom or dad or the landlord. And I really advise against using hollow wall anchors in this situation. Number one, it's just not safe. If anything falls, it could hurt someone and it could break your equipment, neither of which I want to risk. If you can't find the ceiling joists, do not do this project. Alright, once you have all your parts assembled and located your joists, gather all your supplies and head to where you're going to mount this thing. Before you get started, remove the flange from your L shape to make it easier to mount to the 2x4. For our 2x4, make sure you pre-drill the holes so that the lumber doesn't split when you put the screws in later. I also sanded my 2x4 just a bit to make it smoother. Also make sure to pre-drill holes through the drywall and into the joists. Then use your 3.5-inch screws to drill through the pre-drilled holes in the 2x4, through the drywall, and into the ceiling joists. Dusty. Then pre-drill 4 more holes for your flange, and use the shorter screws to mount the flange to the 2x4. So that's really the hardest part. Once you have the flange installed on the 2x4, installed on the joist on the ceiling, you just take the rest of your L shape and screw it into the flange. This step may be a bit trial and error because since it's just threaded pipe, it won't necessarily stop where you want it to and be tight at the same time. And that's what happened to me. When everything was nice and tight, it actually wasn't facing the direction I wanted it to face. But luckily in my case, I found that the horizontal piece was about 90 degrees off from where I wanted it to end up. So I just kind of took my L shape back off, uninstalled the flange from the 2x4, and rotated it 90 degrees, put the screws back in, and then re-screwed my L piece back in. Then when I tightened everything back up, my horizontal piece was exactly where I wanted it. You could also try using some Teflon tape on the threads to kind of get it to tighten up and end up where you want it to be. And here is the finished product at my desk. I can then mount my friction arm, my Arca Swiss plate, and then quickly mount a camera at any time to get any kind of overhead shot I need while here at my desk. The other thing I like about this build and this type of mount, other than the fact that it's relatively inexpensive, is the fact that it's made up of individual parts, so you can change those parts at any time to make a shorter drop down in case you needed a wider shot or in case you had taller or shorter ceilings. All I did was make a smaller version for my garage with a 6-inch pipe here instead of a 2-foot pipe, and now I've got a different size mount. But again, always remember safety first. If you can't guarantee that you know where the joists are located, then don't do this project. Ensure that you have screws that are long enough to get through not only your 2x4, but also the drywall and a good inch or two into the joist above your ceiling. And as Norm Abram always said, there's no more important tool than these: safety glasses. So good luck and have fun. See ya.